In November 2025, US President Donald Trump made headlines with a blistering threat. If Nigeria did not halt the killings of Christians, the United States might cut aid and even deploy military force, guns a-blazing, he warned. These remarks touched a nerve deep in Nigeria, a nation grappling with violence, but also a military with considerable strength and a sovereign government determined to chart its own course. In his Truth Social post, Trump instructed the U.S. Department of War to prepare for possible action, including airstrikes or ground deployment, citing what he described as an existential threat to Christians in Nigeria. He threatened to stop all U.S. aid if Nigeria did not act decisively. Nigerian officials swiftly pushed back. The government denied that there is a Christian genocide. They emphasized that insecurity in Nigeria affects all citizens, regardless of religion, and blamed extremist groups like Boko Haram, ISWAP, and bandits, not a state policy targeting Christians. As tensions mounted, Nigerians called for domestic solutions, not foreign military interventions. To understand why the Nigerian government resisted Trump's threats, we must look at Nigeria's military capacity in 2025. Nigeria's armed forces remain one of the largest in Africa. According to recent data, there are over 230,000 active personnel in the Nigerian military. This includes a sizable army, an air force, and a navy, all with substantial capabilities. On the budget front, Nigeria allocated nearly 4.91 trillion naira, about $3.1 billion in 2025 to defense. That financial commitment underscores how seriously Abuja views its security challenges and its ambition to modernize. The Nigerian army is its backbone: mechanized infantry, armored units, specialized brigades, deployed to counter insurgents, bandits, and other internal threats. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Air Force has been upgrading. In recent years, it ordered M346 attack jets and AW-109 helicopters. And the Navy, though not hugely powerful in blue water projection, maintains patrol vessels, coastal craft, and a presence in the Gulf of Guinea, crucial for maritime security. Moreover, Nigeria's military isn't just big, it has real combat experience. Its forces have been deeply engaged in counterinsurgency for years, especially in the northeast, fighting Boko Haram and other groups. That gives the Nigerian armed forces institutional knowledge, doctrine, and resilience. Invoking sovereignty and strategic response. Given its substantial military, Nigeria has more than rhetorical tools to defend its sovereignty. But how might it actually respond to external threats like Trump's? In his words, General Musa clarifies on this. Let me be clear. Nigeria is a sovereign nation. We welcome international cooperation, but we do not accept external military dictates. Our forces are capable, our chain of command is strong, and we are committed to defending our territorial integrity. Also, Kano Adesina adds, our counterinsurgency units backed by air support can neutralize extremist threats. If there were any external presence, foreign troops or operations, we would engage diplomatically first, but we are not helpless. From a strategic standpoint, Nigeria has several levers. 1. Intelligence sharing. Nigeria can deepen cooperation with allies, including the US, to get early warning, but on its own terms. 2. Joint operations. Rather than unilateral invasion, Nigeria can invite or coordinate with foreign militaries for joint missions against extremist groups. 3. Capacity building. With its defense budget, Nigeria can invest more in training, procurement, and technology to sustainably address internal security without being seen as incapable. 4. Diplomatic pushback. Publicly rejecting threats and asserting sovereignty strengthens Nigeria's diplomatic posture, showing the world that it is not a failed state. By doing so, Nigeria not only defends itself militarily, but also politically and morally. Risks and challenges. However, Nigeria also faces real risks. According to analysts, first, overstretch. Its military is already heavily deployed internally. Shifting resources to counter an external threat could weaken ongoing operations against Boko Haram or bandits. Second, political costs. Any military escalation, even in self-defense, might be seen internationally as aggressive. Third, resource constraints. While the budget is significant, modernizing aircraft, maintaining vessels, and sustaining a large force is expensive. Finally, public perception. Many Nigerians are wary of foreign intervention, but they also demand security. The government must balance national pride with pragmatism. How Nigeria can work on Trump's concerns. Importantly, Nigeria could address the root of Trump's concerns, the killing of Christians, without succumbing to external pressure. According to General Musa, we continue to invest in protecting all vulnerable communities. Our army is deployed in regions where violence is chronic. We have increased presence, improved patrols, and refined tactics. But this isn't about religion. It's about extremism, crime, and instability. Also, Kano Adesina adds, we are scaling up intelligence units. Our military intelligence works with civilian agencies to map hot zones, predict attacks, and intervene quickly. We will deepen community-based security, liaising with local leaders, religious institutions, and civil society. Analysts add, it would strengthen Nigeria's case if it invites neutral observers, UN, AU, or other international partners, to monitor religious violence, help document incidents, and support reconciliation initiatives. Transparency can diffuse part of the external rhetoric. Also, Nigeria can launch targeted development programs in conflict-prone areas. Investing in education, livelihood, and infrastructure reduces the appeal of extremist groups. Response to external threat. So what would Nigeria's military and political response be if Trump or another foreign power moved beyond threats? According to General Musa, we would first resort to diplomatic channels, clearly rejecting any violation of our sovereignty. Our foreign ministry, in concert with our military, would coordinate a unified response. If push comes to shove, our armed forces are ready. We have the manpower, capability, and strategic depth to defend Nigeria. Analysts add, an important message. Projecting that Nigeria is ready to defend itself does not necessarily mean war. It's deterrence. By showing that its military is competent, experienced, and committed, Nigeria raises the cost of any external intervention. In 2025, Nigeria stands at a complex crossroads. On one hand, it faces persistent internal violence. On the other, external political pressure, including from a US president, is testing its sovereignty, but Nigeria is not defenseless. Its military, while heavily tasked, is sizable, increasingly modern, and battle-tested. Politically, Nigeria is pushing back hard, defending its people, rejecting foreign coercion, and insisting on its right to resolve its own security challenges. Ultimately, the story is not just about strength. It is about Nigeria asserting that its future, and the safety of all its citizens, will be defended by Nigerians first.